Hey, what's up, YouTube? Figured I'd make a video talking about working with Toyota dealers. Um, I work mostly with Hondas, and Honda's whole perspective on their aftermarket parts and everything. It's really easy to get parts. I can call my Honda dealer, local guy, and the guy gives me price breaks. I can ask him how much stuff costs, even ask him questions, and he helps me out. You try to get any information on Toyotas, and it's like a big secret for getting parts and stuff, and they won't tell you how much it costs, and they want you to come in and work over the counter with them, and then everything's really expensive. That being said, I think Toyota's probably one of the best cars. They make the best cars, in my opinion. So if you're gonna get a car and you want it for quality, and you just want to buy it and be done with it, I highly recommend a Toyota. But if you want something that you can play with and you can make last forever, and you can do a lot of work on, but it's easy to work on. That's why I like the Hondas, and I like the older Hondas, 92 through 2000. I don't like any of the newer cars. So my wife's got she's got a 2007 Toyota Highlander, and it's a really good car. I'm pretty surprised. It's a SUV thing. Does nothing for me. It's her car, and I really don't even work on it unless it's something ridiculously simple that I can do. Well, I shouldn't say that. I changed an alternator, and that was pretty involved. And it usually comes because the parts are expensive and hard to get. So anyway, so what started this little journey was I noticed that the coolant level in the car, and I'll show you that after I get done showing you this paperwork. Coolant level in the car was low, and it's like this weird pink stuff that's supposed to like last a lifetime or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, that stuff's expensive. You can call, ask how much it costs, and they won't tell you. You got to go in and check it out. They'd probably tell you over the phone how much it costs. And then you're like shocked, you know. And that stuff was like gold. And so what you do is the way you can kind of take advantage of your dealer is because they're gouging you on prices so much. I don't feel bad about this at all. I'll take it in for an oil change. Now, oil change costs $33, and that's not too bad. I mean, with the price of oil, it's pretty expensive. And I'm a firm believer in OEM oil filters over all the aftermarket junk you can buy. And the Toyota one isn't too bad. It's only $6.75 for the oil filter, and plus they should be torquing your stuff down instead of being like the quick lube places that just reef your stuff on and strip out your bolts and everything and don't do a good job. And they do try to do an inspection, so you're getting a quality oil change, and you're getting OEM parts and decent oil. The oil was like $11.50, which isn't too bad. It's like $3 at Walmart for a quart of oil. So if you're using 4 quarts, that's, you know, so they're not making any money on the oil filter or the oil. They're charging good market prices. Appreciate that. The labor's $15. I mean, in this day and age, $15 for, well, that's kind of high, but I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, it depends on your perspective. You know, around here, all the jobs are minimum wage jobs. So $15, it's not too bad for the labor and stuff. So that's how they come up with the 33. But what they do for you is they top your fluids off, and that fluid, for me to buy, you know, they probably only want to sell a gallon jug of their super pink ultimate coolant, and that's probably going to be like $50 or something like that, or I think it might have been as high as $80 or something crazy like that. So for the $33, I got my fluid topped off, and so that was worth it just for that. Now it's always a pain dealing with them, because you got to schedule an appointment like a week in advance, and then you get it in there, and it's going to take 2 hours from doing an oil change, and so you got to kill 2 hours. And they usually have a courtesy driving deal set up. So basically, you gotta walk around town finding stuff to do for 2 hours while they work on your car, unless you want to have them drive you home, and then gotta worry about getting picked up and everything. So what's funny is then they go and they do this inspection thing, and they get this cool chart deal here. It says basically it says okay, yellow requires further attention, red. Yada yada. Now though, I knew I had a bad wiper, and I was surprised they didn't put that down, because I had them change it out since I was there. It was okay price, just nothing expensive, too expensive. But they didn't. So somebody marked it and they didn't write it up. In fact, I asked them to swap it out for me. And then I had them do it. So, you know, it's on their time and stuff, and then I don't have to worry about breaking parts or anything. And it wasn't too expensive. It was the rear wiper needed to be replaced. So now they say the power steering fluid requires immediate attention. So I'm going to check into that. It says they didn't specify. They should have written more stuff on their estimate or something. Because a lot of places will rip you off. They'll just have discoloration in the power steering fluid. This stuff all changes color anyway, so I'm going to look into that. And they didn't write anything else on it. Everything else checked good, but then they said the battery and terminals, and so I don't know, is it the battery or the terminals or both or what the heck? And then they said visually inspect cabin filter. It says requires immediate attention. So I don't know. So anyways, so here we are. Oh, apparently it has a tail light that's out. So they want, I'm hoping this is labor included, because they want $38.82 to fix it's a tag light. So it's your license plate deal. Your license plate light, $38 to fix that. Have them fix that. And there's no way that can be just parts. It's got to be labor. The battery, they're saying $180.39 39 cents. I'm like, whoa, that's like the killer battery, but maybe it is. But wow, that's almost $200 for a car battery. And then the cabin air filter, they want $69.99, so $70 for a cabin air filter. So and they just put down the tires in the yellow, and I should check the date on this, because like I just bought brand new tires. So the tires are on, has it been that long? September 27th, and I had this work done in, what's the date on this thing here? October. So those are like brand new top of the line tires that I had put on. And these are anyways, if you saw the tires, well, I'll show it to you. So the fact that they put down yellow visual front inspection. Oh, see, and then this covers brakes and linkage too. So they're not telling you exactly what's wrong. They just put down, will require further attention. You got me. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. They apparently checked the tire pressures and set them all at 30. Hopefully that's right. I'll check over here for that. Anyhow, so that's my rambling on. Those are some pretty high expensive prices that they want to do some silly stuff. So next I'll go out and actually take a look at the car and see what it looks like. So here we are at the car. Now this is what kind of started all this. This is I guess, I don't know what color I said this was, but here's my overflow bottle. It was pink. It was way down by the bottom. And like I said, I should look up the price, but that was like liquid gold there. You think actually gold, the price of gas is expensive. This stuff was like big time expensive. Expensive enough to where that's why I took it to the dealer, have them do the oil change, because I knew they'd top that off for me and I'd save like $80 on the crazy stuff. Anyway, so and actually for an engine, this is like a super cool engine. I really like the design. It's easy. It's a 2007, but you can actually get into it and work. It's just incredibly simple, and it's got a lot of torque and works really well. It's a really nice design. I don't work on Toyotas that much. It's got a feel of a Honda, but it's all 180 degrees off. Like a Honda puts all this stuff on this side, and the transmission's over here, and on a Honda it's on that side. So it's a 16 valve. Let's see, 4 times 4. Yeah, so it's probably a little 4-cylinder, but it feels like a 6-cylinder. And so they wrote up this battery. I kind of wiped this off before I came out, and I gotta understand this battery. I don't quite get it. Apparently it's made by Panasonic, and it says it's maintenance free. The terminals look clean to me. I'm probably just gonna clean this up just because I like to clean stuff. I don't know if there's a trick to getting that off, but anyways, so that looks extremely clean. So I'm just gonna probably take this bracket off and just clean this up, just to be take the battery out and clean it and stuff. I don't know. I gotta check because some of these cars you take, especially modern ones, you'll take the battery off and all of a sudden your key fob won't work ever again. You got to take it to the dealer. So I don't like modern cars. They got like electronic throttle positions where if you buy a new one, you'd still have to take it to the dealer even if you swapped it out, because they have to link it up with the computer and stuff. But that being said, it's got some kind of weird thing. It says if it's red, add distilled water, which is kind of weird because it says it's maintenance free. If it's blue with a red dot, it's okay, and if it's clear with a red dot, it's charging necessary. And I'm gonna clean this up, but I guess that's the little window you look at, and I don't know if you're supposed to take that cap off or not. So, and to me, it does look like it's blue with a red dot in there now that I see down there. So that says it's supposed to be okay. So, and I don't see a date tag on this battery. So I'm gonna do some research, clean this up, and try to find out how many years the stock OEM battery is last. If it's 2007, what does that make? It's like 2014, so that's 7 years. So it is probably just getting old, but it's coming up okay. So take a look back here. Supposedly, I don't know where it's probably just the light bulb up in here is bad. So I don't know if I don't get the keys to the car. Oh, does this thing work like this? Yeah, I don't drive this so much. There it is. So it's just that light bulb to the left there's out. So I'll investigate. What did they say they want? $40 for that or something crazy? So let's see how much that costs. Anyways, I'll update you as I go along on this adventure here of getting all this stuff checked out. So there's 3 things. Oh, and I already... So the wiper blade back here was bad, and they do sell just the little things, the blades, and they're not that expensive, but they like to sell the whole windshield wiper deal. I can't remember how this pulls back all the way. Oh, they sell this piece right here, this whole unit, and it's just it comes on and off pretty easy. But even the tech that was doing it took them like 5 minutes to figure out how to do it because you're afraid to break it. So it was worth it to me to have them break it instead of me, and it didn't cost. It was free because I was getting the oil change there. Oh, I remember the other thing was the power steering fluid. What does that look? Oh, that's pretty. There's like no tolerance in that. So I'll have to check that out, see if there's a recommended time on that or something. I'm assuming that's the power steering fluid. Yep, that says power steering on top. Oh, it opens, it twists. So again, I don't work on Toyotas, so this is all kind of new to me. I better not goof around with it. It says turn it this way to open. See, that's the thing is you don't know what you... Oh, it popped off. It's got some kind of... It is looking kind of grody in there, but it looks like it's discolored because of heat. So I got to do a little inspection on my own. It's kind of weird how that works. I guess that's it. Feels like it should be clicking or something. And I don't want to force anything. That's how you break stuff when you don't know what you're doing, which I don't. Probably get the... You'd hope something like this would be inside the owner's manual telling you if you needed to do something weird to take that on and off. But it feels like that's good. Anyway, so those are the 3 things, or 4 or whatever. I'm going to check what the recommended deal is with the power steering fluid. Check out my battery, see what the thoughts are on that. And then the back, and then I'm changed that backlight and the windshield wiper. I had them do that, so then check that little light bulb in the back, which I can't see that being much more than $4 at the auto parts store for OEM equivalent. If not, and see, that's what I'm talking about. Is like, why can't I just go online and find out how much that little light bulb's gonna cost from the OEM guy? Because sometimes stuff like that doesn't cost that much. But no, I'd have to call it in and be on hold and get the part price that way. And if it's not expensive, I'll just get an OEM one. But then again, why did the OEM one burn out? That's kind of weird too. So there's something to say about maybe an aftermarket one. Anyhow, let me pause. I'm kind of rambling now. Oh yeah, I forgot the other thing is that cabin air filter. And I thought I get them, which cards I worked on mixed up. And I may have done a video on that already. I'll show you where I think that's going to be at. That was the one that was like crazy expensive. So it should be back in there somewhere. So I'll have to do a little reading how to... I'm thinking there's a cabin air filter behind the glove box. I'll get my... I don't even know if that's manual. I might as well grab it while I'm here. Get your user manual and read it, man. You save a lot of money on silly stuff like a light bulb. I ain't paying no 40 bucks for a light bulb. Anyways, so that was the other thing I forgot. Alright, YouTube. Kind of got my parts breakdown thing going here. I don't know, hopefully this shows up my camera. So, kind of like three main things I'm working on. That cabin air filter, which by the way in the manual they call it an air conditioning filter, but if you go around calling it that, nobody's going to know what you're talking about. So the dealer said that they wanted $69.99 to get that taken care of. So I found the price. The OEM one is like $31.54. Then if I just go down to my local O'Reilly's and pick one up, it'd be $16.99. And I found it on eBay. It's an aftermarket one, but so it would be the O'Reilly's one for $6.50. So I went ahead and ordered that, and so I'm waiting for that to come in. And then the license plate light bulb, the dealer said that'd be $38.82 for them to do it, and a Toyota OEM one would be $2.20 for the light bulb. And I went to the dealer, and it's kind of weird. I wonder if they're having trouble with their dealership license, because they didn't even attempt to try to sell me the Toyota, which I would have happily bought the Toyota one, because I'm assuming it would be better quality. But they kind of like pushed me to buy the $1.25 GE bulb, when I'm like, I'm not going to argue with them. So I bought that, $1.25, so from $38 down to $1.25. And then the battery, they wanted $180.39, and so I had them give me a quote. Here's my paperwork here. This is my paperwork for the light bulb I bought, and that's a quote for the battery. And so if I just walk in and buy a battery, they're going to charge me basically $120. It's $119.89, and then $18 core fee, and then for the dealership to do the job, it'd be $180. So for the dealer, if I just said to the dealer, do all those three of those things there, it comes out to be $289.20. And so, so far I've only spent, like $1.25 plus the $6.50, so that's $7.75 for two of the items. And I'll probably get the battery, and that's going to be the biggest expense. But I'm going to shop around, see if I can get a better price on that. But that, in today's day, even though that's horrendously expensive, batteries have gone through the roof for some reason. And they're kind of like tires. Every once in a while they're really expensive, and then they'll have a sale and they'll like almost fall in half in price. So I got to research out my battery. And there's nothing wrong with my battery. Although it's a 2007 Toyota Highlander, and the battery is a 7-year battery. So and this is 2014, so it is coming due, and that's probably why they suggested it. But the battery's working fine, so I'm going to try a couple of things on that. So anyway, so I'll make a separate video showing you how I put in that cabin air filter, and then I'll show you how to change out that license plate light. And then I'm going to take the battery out, clean it up, and take it into my local parts people and have them test out, see what they think, and do a little bit of research. It's like, do batteries magically die right when the manufacturer says they are? I've seen talk about dumping out the acid in them and refilling them, see if that's feasible. And so that'll be a future bigger project. So again, the whole thing I spent, that'd be $7.75 was my cost by doing this myself. And I guess that would cover these two, which would be basically 40. Well, it's a 38 and 69 cents, 70. It's about $108. So I say instead of spending $108, I'm spending almost $8. And so that's a big bonus for doing it yourself. And I don't know why the dealer wants to gouge so bad on this, or if they just like really messed up on their quote. But that's just ridiculous. So again, by doing a little research and doing your stuff yourself, you could save like hundreds of dollars. And again, you know, it's a light bulb. It's $1.25, and here they're wanting, what they say, $38 for a $1.25 part. So that's just, I don't know. And then people that don't know any better, they just go in and they just say, yeah, have it done, and then they just like, boy, that's why this country is in such a bad shape, in my opinion, is people just gouge their neighbors and don't think twice about it. That's just how the system is, you know. Anyhow, so a little bit rambling there. And again, if you can do your own work, do a little research, it's not going to be that hard when you see how you replace this stuff. You'll be surprised how much money you can save. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like, and if you want to see more, see the progression of this as I do the swaps and stuff, just hit subscribe and you'll see those updates when they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.